everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today I have another lockdown restrictions video for you guys. As new ones were announced yesterday, or Friday by the time you guys see this, that have caused some slight changes to the lockdown, albeit very minimal. So, let's hop straight into them, shall we? There's 3 categories for these. The rules taking effect now. The stay-at-home rule will stay in place for the next 3 weeks, which is no surprise to anyone. 4 people from 2 households can now exercise together, but they can't drive long distances to do so, so you couldn't go from Carmarthen to Snowdon, for example. Just no. The law, next week, the law will change to allow licensed wedding venues to reopen to perform weddings and civil partnerships. Guidance for visiting care homes will also be reviewed next week, which is pretty cool to know for any of you guys who have relatives in care homes, or know anyone who does. And then the next 3-week review, so in 3 weeks' time, here's what could happen. The stay-at-home rules could be lifted, but again, emphasising could. Non-essential retail and close contact services could reopen. Once again, could reopen. And this one's actually, it seems to be a guarantee. All primary school children will be going back to face-to-face learning by the 15th of March. And this week, primary school children aged 3 to 7, I think, are going back, except for Wrexham. We're keeping our schools closed as our 7-day cases per 100,000 rate is a lot higher than the rest of Wales. We're at 115 per 100,000, and Wales is at 83. So we're higher than the whole country. So we're keeping our schools closed a tad longer to just try and get that down a bit further. And the last thing, by the next 3-week review, older learners, so that probably counts for high school students, will be back to blended learning, so some face-to-face, some virtually done. Now, what do I think of these new rules? None of them surprised me, I'll admit. I wasn't expecting anything major for these 3 weeks, as the cases are still fairly high, albeit a hell of a lot lower than they have been. But I wasn't expecting anything, summer levels of let's lift everything all in one go, which I don't think they'll do again. I think we're in for a long haul of waiting for restrictions to go. We're not going to be doing it every 3 weeks like last time, because we all know how that went. We were doing so well, and then September came. Anyway, I digress. So none of these rules really surprised me. I'm actually impressed with how restrained they've been. They're not wanting to, risk too much, because, again, we don't want a repeat of September, do we? Yeah, so I think the next 3 weeks, I think their predictions might come true, except for the stay-at-home. I think that might be another 3 weeks before that's lifted, but I could be wrong. Yeah, but I will say I am seeing a lot of promise with the lockdown, as case rates are plummeting in Wales, but vaccine rates are skyrocketing, and hopefully that will continue to be the trend. But I was slightly off my prediction of 1 million vaccines this weekend. I believe we're at 850,000, I think. So I don't know if we'll get that in the next week. I'm not going to actually say when we'll hit 1 million now, because I don't want to jinx it again. Because we were looking like we were going to hit it this weekend. But I was wrong. So I'm not going to say now when we're going to hit it, because we hit it when we hit it, guys. There's not a lot we can do about it. Unless we all volunteer to become vaccine givers. Anyway, so that will do it for this pretty short video. As always, people, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to mine and Roxanne's YouTube channels. Her link is down in the description. My sub button is down that direction. Yeah, I remember where it is now. Once you've hit our bell icons, once you've hit our sub buttons, don't forget to hit the bell icons. That's the way to do it, Cameron. To get both sets of notifications. Comment as well, because why not, and let me know what you think of these new rules. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and Roxanne on her blog and Twitter. Those links are also down in the description. Yep, down there. And which is the down arrow next to the video title, by the way, down there. And lastly, don't forget to share this video with all of your friends, so you can join the infinite loop of liking, subscribing, commenting, following, and sharing, and around and around and around that loop. I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. Goodbye!